50 years ago, a spark ignited a digital revolution. Microsoft was born. History remembers the names at the front, but behind the code, the cloud, and the culture were women who shaped it all. 50 trailblazers, 50 forces of nature, engineers, leaders, visionaries, futurists, each one a chapter in Microsoft's story. To honor them, we created something timeless, the OPULIS book, a tribute and timeless gift to Microsoft's legacy and the women who shaped it. OPULIS is a testament to what happens when purpose and action collide. Through the book to scholarship model, every copy will fund the next generation of leaders. We invite you to own the collector's edition. Celebrate the impact, honor the legacy, and hold history in your hands.
Good morning, everyone. Patty will be here soon. First, is so great to have you all here. Patty, come on over. Mic on, camera on. Well, she's coming. I'm excited that all of you are here. Put it in the chat, where are you joining us from today? Canada, Ohio, Cincinnati. There you go. Look at that. Bellevue. So Patty says, I'm not able to get in. Refresh it, Patty. That's the best way to do. We have Boise, we have El Salvador, and then we have Atlanta. Yes, the ski season starts soon. Houston, fantastic. So as she comes in, let's go to what we have planned for you today. So for people who don't know me, I'm Chaitra Vedulapalli. I'm the president of Women in Cloud. Excited to have all of you here. And today is part of the Opulus launch. That's why you're here. So let's go through what we have planned.
Hey! Woo! Okay.
There you go, buddy.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. This is the most exciting day of all. I can't believe that you're here. Here's what's going to happen today. I'm Patty Dobrovolsky. I'll be your MC. And thank you for your patience while I got in, refresh my screen, etc. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to have this opening ceremony. We're going to talk about what happened then. You're a part of history in motion. We're going to give you some behind the scenes and book launch team recognition. There will be some pinch me moments people will talk about. Then we're going to do a time capsule exercise. So everybody gets their input into that time capsule. And then we're going to announce the scholarships. We have 10 scholarships that are so incredible to help 10 people launch into this arena. Now, if you weren't there in person, like I wasn't, you missed out on some of the most amazing experiences that happened. So people signed the books and there were all kinds of celebrations and panels. And today we're going to hear from some of the participants and their panel experience. And I just want to say, I'm so excited. I ordered a bunch of these books because here in the book, it's a collector's edition. It is for your coffee table, but also it's inspiring. It's got leadership curriculum in there. It's an incredible coaching tool for you to use as you grow your career. It's a PR asset and it's a talent readiness tool. But also, they were talking earlier, I heard this behind the scenes thing of them talking about, oh, wouldn't it be cool to have a Netflix series? You know how that happens. You put something in the ethers for Chaitra and it happens. So now we've got some AI access for all, And this is our global launch. We want to award 100 scholarships worth and $1 million to train future innovators. That's what this book and the proceeds goes to. So if you haven't ordered yours already, you might want to. Okay, let's see what else is going to happen today. I'm sure I'm going to bring Chaitra up here in a minute, but our legacy. So we want to see what's happening. Here we go. Yes. Oh my gosh, Chai, this is so exciting.
Absolutely, Patty. We did it. We did it on time. We did it. And on October 28th, we had the launch. We had the launch at the Microsoft outside an event. These are all the beautiful Opulus honorees. I actually would call them as Opulus figures, like hidden figures. They are Opulus figures now. They all were there. I can't tell you the smiles on the face, creating a book, a historic artifact for the world to have. So as we transition from the age of computing to the age of intelligence, this particular book will be the cheat sheet on how to do it, how to take these beautiful leadership blueprints and go to market blueprints that you can do to democratize access to AI. And I hope everyone who's listening and who holds that book, they will be like, they are all living, breathing human beings on the planet, and they can reach out, talk to them. How cool is that? And then we also had an evening event, which was a community event, Patty. That one was spectacular. Over 100 people came, and we had the allies, and we had the community, and then we had our honorees all come together. And our team did a fabulous job in putting this event together.
They always do. But Chai, you had 32 out of 50 people there in that book that are represented in the book. What was that like for you?
First of all, the thing is that when I picked up the phone and called them that they are nominated for this book, and they did not believe it. And yet, when they were signing the book, actually, I saw a transition from them is, oh, I truly belong here. So they own that particular sentiment.
Yes.
And they had a big smile on their face, and they said, hell yeah, I did it. Hell yeah, I belong here. Hell yeah, this is where I belong. So that particular shift I saw in each and every one of them was priceless. It was just $1 million smile right there. So it lit up the whole room. For me, it did, because I was going through the whole process of zero escalation was the project code, like no escalation to anywhere. So there was a lot of delicate steps you had to do. The executive level visibility was very high. So anything that you could go wrong could have gone wrong in this project. So for us to get it done, something like this in less than 5 months was impossible work done.
I'm so proud of everybody and I know it took a village to make that happen, really, because getting that book out and to print, I remember when you were putting it together in the final stages of getting it to the printer and everything like that, and getting it through the edits. That is just amazing. And I can't wait till I have mine in my hands, because that, I think, as a tool, a leadership tool, is going to be so amazing.
Absolutely. And Patty, right now it's available in Amazon Barnes and also 4,000 retailers across the world. Yesterday, we got a notice that on Amazon, everything is sold out and we have to wait, which was pretty fascinating to hear that. And we got some reviews that people are loving the book. The piece that I loved is someone who had never heard about Opulus when they held that book, the branding, what
Yeah.
Hannah Schuster created. Oh my God, it is the true, I would say, the vision of what this whole book is about. And I think the composition of how it's done, it's an art by itself. So when we did the installation of the book, it looked like a beautiful art piece. So very happy.
It really is gorgeous. And when I was drawing the logo, I'm like, oh, I can't do that logo yet. I'm going to have to get really good at it. I know I will. I'll practice and get better. But it's just incredible. And I'm so thrilled that you were able to have so many people come and experience it in person. And for all of you that are in the audience today, thank you so much for coming, because this book matters.
It does. So, Patty, what did you think when you saw the first impression of the book cover? I want to hear from you. You're also
Well,
my board of advisor when you saw the first time.
that's right. I was blown away with the design because it's so beautiful. It represents all the colors really of the rainbow, and which is really what Women in Cloud is about, expanding economic pathways for everybody around the world. And so I think, to me, it was gorgeous. And then when I began to look behind the scenes to see what some of the stories were, oh, it's so vibrant and it's so beautifully laid out, all of it. I'm really, honestly, I can't wait to see the stories and everything that's in it. So tell me a little bit more about what is in it and what's on your calendar of events there. What have you got there? 10 ways to democratize computing access.
So Patty, I'm going to take you through behind the scene. I think people should have a master class in how we created that, right? So
Yes, beautiful.
most Yeah, most of the time people say, how did you do something like that? Because it takes a village to create something like that. So, if many of us have worked at Microsoft, so we all like project names, like very much a code name. And without a code name, I don't think the project kicks off and it doesn't see the day of the light. So, we also wanted to do something very much powerful in that way. So, we came up with the word opulus. So, it was a combination of opulence and polis, like coming those two together. So the when we looked at the Latin word, when we looked at opus, it is a masterpiece, and polis is community. So when you combine that, is a community that has a meaning, that drives significance, that drive contribution in the societal work. So that's why the opulus came in. And then we said,
Beautiful.
how does opulus democratized access? Because these are all the women from the past and current and future. We are all like contributing using the tech to really make a world a better place. So we came up with how we did democratization. So we came up with the 10 ways to democratize computing access. So all the stories are organized in these 10 themes, whether it is around technology or whether it is about how you are driving sustainability and longevity. So those are the areas. So when you're opening it, you get to see, oh, those are really amazing stories there. The next thing that we did, Patty, was set a bold goal for this project. And we did was connected to the future, because everything we are working on in the age of intelligence, AI needs to be democratized. We said, how about we ignite 1,000 AI careers by 2030? Because many of you want the certification. If you want it, put it in the chat, because I want to know how many of you want those certifications for AI so that you could get $70,000 jobs or more, because that is what everyone wanted. So we created a unique AI innovator certification scholarship with Debbie Utek. She is also on the committee to really architect in such a way that anyone who does it, they actually will have that certification, because people went through cyber, we gave a cloud, AI was one of the missing piece, so we added that one. So Patty, that was the first one, is what are we going to do? And 1,000 AI careers, if we do, it's like a $6.5 million worth of
That's
scholarships that we get to give.
oh, that's fantastic.
And then we had to do is set the committee for making this project come to life. So we had these 12 amazing people who were curated, and we met pretty much as needed. And I can tell you one thing, the lessons I have learned from each one of them is priceless. I wish I could actually capture everything. The couple of things that really got my attention is speed of execution, especially with Natalie, Letty, and Gabriella. You sent them an email within 10 minutes, there was a response back. And I've never seen anything like that. And that's one thing I realized is that is where is a differentiation between execs who are at that level, the speed of how they process and make decision, and all of the rest of the world. So there's a very separate kind of decision making process. So we all learned as a community of how fast we could do. And there was zero drama in the whole
Yes.
executive team. Patty, I've never seen something like that in the history of me working in tech. Zero drama. There was no escalation. Everyone handled everything in such a beautiful way. So, with the whole intention of zero escalation. That's it. No escalation.
That's
So,
fantastic, Chai.
yeah, and then from there, once the committee was set and they were in charge of putting all the pieces together, so we created the first three core offers. What are the offers that needs to come in to really serve the 1,000 AI scholarships? Because that one was a key. So we did an attraction offer, which was a 5-pack, easy for anyone to have access to the book before the book goes on Amazon or Barnes and Noble, because once that book is there, people are going to buy, because it will be the hottest, I would say, holiday gift. Everyone wants a copy of it. So we wanted to get the first 1,000 to 2,000 people have access to it. So we worked with the publisher to make it happen. Then we did a belonging, which is a time capsule where everyone can do. And then we did was the achievement, which is the celebration of achieving this big success. So we created 3 experiences in the last 5 months that we were working together.
You did a really fantastic job. I immediately got my pack. I was like, I'm like, yes, I'm getting that, because it's such an amazing experience. But I love the Dear Future Me. I'm all about connecting with your future self and understanding that you really can become this same icon that is represented in this book. Fantastic.
Absolutely. And Patty, many of them said they didn't even buy the 5-pack, and they said, we don't know if this book actually will come out. And I was like so confident, because I know the committee, they will move the mountains for making this happen, because it's Microsoft 50th year. We had to give this as a gift and a tribute to them for helping us build this Women in Cloud community. Without them, we wouldn't be here today.
Right.
And so many lives would have transformed. We said it was our obligation and also responsibility at the same time to get it done. So I said, you can wait. Once it comes on Amazon, you can buy at that time. But if you buy early, you will be part of the whole celebration, part of the archival story. You will be part of it. So Patty, you will be part of the archival story. So in the last 8 weeks, we were able to do is over 1,000 pre-orders. We have never done that one in the past. So for every one of you who actually did that was great. So we had to create the offer, then we had to drive the book drives. So we did corporate giving, the DAF funds, we name it. The order management itself was a masterclass that we can talk about. Is I thought people will just buy through PayPal or Stripe. Oh no, we had 20 different ways of how people wanted to buy. So we had to learn all those techniques. And then we actually implemented a book launch team, and as a leadership accelerator, and you get to hear from them today of how they did. And they did so fantastically, because they also did a lot of the amplification that we needed. And then we did was a distribution of the book on Amazon. It was not easy. That was probably the hardest thing. Amazon, we got stuck for 8 weeks. To remove that one was a project. But what we learned was you need at least 8 months to get anything on the distribution engine, because there are so many approvals that is required, so many pieces of content that one was required. So we had to reverse engineer from what needs to be available for Amazon and Barnes and Noble. And Patty, you have gone through it, and thank you for helping me through thinking through the book distribution, because that's a project by itself.
It really is. And I think it takes a lot of perseverance, and even everything of getting it online and then all the information about it and then getting it through their whole system. It's tricky. So kudos on that. The fact that you were able to get it right into that so quickly.
Yeah, we had to get a lot of the folks to really nudge a lot of these distributors. So this is where the community came in hand. They were able to pick up the phone, ask for favors. I've never seen how fast you can do when you have amazing people around you. Magic happens. At that time, there's no tech. At that time, it's pretty much someone going to say, yep, this needs to come onto this planet. And we did it. Then we did was full on publicity stuff. Like we did the promotion. So this one was like, we said we need 4 or 5 events after the reveal of the names. So we did our ESG. That one was like 800 plus people with a global mentoring, that one. Then we did on October 28th, the outside in at Microsoft. Then we did a whole book signing public. And today you're here. This is like the last of the launch activations. So if you are here, pinch yourself, because you're part of making of the history, because all your names will also be part of that you made this possible. So thank you for making time and being there. If you did it for Guinness World Record, it's very similar, but this one will be in the history forever, because records can be broken, right? This one,
Yes.
there's no one can break this record for sure. I can guarantee that one.
Except yourself. That's all I would say. Except you would want to break your own record. That's how you operate. So
that would be great. But this one, I love watching history. And this one, I would say, probably one of, right now, it may not be like anything will happen, but Patty, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah.
That's when this book will become so valuable.
And I think too, what's true about this organization is you've propelled it into change. All of the team, all of the board, everyone who participated, even in this book. This is how we create and craft the future and change the course of history to herstory, to include everyone who participated in laying that foundation for Microsoft.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And all for all the tech companies that are coming. I personally believe like one or many of the people in the Women in Cloud who are going through an AI innovator certification, they will be building the next unicorn company or the next billion-dollar company. And we want to be there to cheer you, because you have the blueprints with you. Otherwise, you have to struggle to talk to thousands of people before you get that answer. This has that secret sauce that you would need. So let me go through one, and then I want to have you all listen to the pinch me moments. Then we had was the cross industry endorsement we needed. I bet you this one was like, we didn't know how we are going to pull together. We had Karen Cohn, Gabriella, Tamika. My God, they were like the force behind getting the whole endorsements. In less than 10 days, we got 40 folks to really give the endorsement. And collectively, this particular ecosystem, with one share, if they do it, we could reach 500,000 people in LinkedIn. And imagine if they share and their people are liking, it can reach. The domino effect was amazing with the endorsement campaigns that happened. And then we did the publicity work, which happened was we got the Business Insider to write it. Next slide. And we got like at least 12 before the pre-launch. And we have another 16 right now in the pipeline that is going to happen. So the publicity went well, extremely well on this. Carolina, next slide. I think she's frozen. We'll wait. Is it helpful for you to know behind the scene? So when you're thinking about your book launch or your product launch, you know this is the steps you need to go through. And if you have that blueprint, then you can go do anything possible. Okay. So I don't know what happened with Carolina's computer. Oh, there you go.
There we go.
So there you go. So we had like multiple publicity, and you will see everywhere starting today. There will be a lot of articles that's coming. India has already kicked in, Canada is doing it, US is coming today. But just know we had only zero point 0.5 of a publicist working with us. Very small micro dollars for it. We
Oh,
didn't have a lot of publicists. Everything was the people who were there. They drove the stories that we needed. So we got mentioned in Forbes, we got in Business Insider, New York Weekly, Ritz Herald, and many are coming down the road. And then we also did something phenomenal is what we did media and influencer interviews. So that got us really good coverage with for all the honorees and also the committee. So we drove that. But the punchline was the partnerships for me, Patty, is we
yes.
had over 28 partners who came in to support to ignite those AI scholarships. So first is thank you to all of them for believing in us, even without seeing a copy of the book, just looking at the book cover, trusting us that we will drive the best content out there. So thank you to pretty much all these companies who are on here, to Integral, Kyndryl, Accenture, Black Box, Mixed Consulting, JP Morgan, Lions and Tigers, and you, Patty. So thank you for supporting us. So that's
Yes.
happened. And I want to do is last one before I hand over the thing is there was a team who did all the things behind the scene. This was the team. So let's give them a big round of applause for
Yes.
making magic happen.
Yes.
I
Fantastic.
and I can promise you that they all got 8 hours of sleep every single day, in spite of doing this work and other, because that one was our metric, is we all wanted to sleep 8 hours. There's no escalation, no randomization. We all work. And if they come on the stage, I want is you to ask them or connect with them and know how they did it, because each one of them fantastically, from Jennifer to Carolina to Mark, Jamie, who led the program management. We had Agatha, Hannah, we have Andrea, Dylan, Chelsea, and Ram. All of them really did a fantastic thing to make this project possible. So, Patty, that was behind the scene.
Oh my gosh, Chai, that was so incredible. And I'm so grateful. Somebody asked about the board behind us. We'll always take a picture and send it to you. But I'm hoping that you're taking some notes on your own too, because there are so many little seeds of how to do things in this. And will the slide deck be available too, Chai, to people to be able to
Yes.
see it? Because this is really a roadmap for launching a book in a successful way and using all of the people that are in there to help. The power of your influencers makes a huge difference. Okay, cool. Thank you to that awesome team. What were your takeaways, and what's one action that you're going to take now that you see what has happened with Opulus? Are you going to help promote it? Are you going to buy some books? Are you going to take your own ideas for your own book and begin to build out your own plan? How will you begin to expand economic pathways for women in tech?
Patty, my takeaway is the whole process of how we did it, it's also in the book. So that when people look at a book and they never remember how did they do it, we actually included in it. And on page number 83 on the book, there is a curious case of QR codes, because there was a funny story because we had QR code in every page. And one of the team member, Mark, said is, Chaitra, after 50 years, do you think there will be QR codes? And we started cracking up. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. Those zombies of tech, the QR codes. So we wrote a beautiful story about the QR code. So there will be a lot of those fun stories in future where people will look at these acronyms and they'll say, what is that? What were they thinking? So we just made it easy for people to see how we did
Yeah,
it in this age when we had computing access and we were in AI.
that's
Cool.
and look at these fantastic actions they're going to take. They're going to share the value, they're going to promote it, they're going to spread it in their network and contribute to the scholarship fund and doing ongoing mentorship and getting, oh, Gabby, good. More allies. I love it. And we're going to have these 10 lucky winners in the mega giveaway. When does that happen, Chai?
It has already kicked off, and today is the last day for people to participate in this giveaway. And we have created beautiful swags for this particular or merchandise for that. So we have the tote bags, the t-shirts, the hoodies, and lunch cap and mug. If you don't want to participate in giveaway, you can still buy
Oh my
those merch.
God, I'm getting one of those t-shirts. Come on. That is so good. Oh, I love those.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Oh.
Patty, I'm going to give you the baton, and we will bring on all the folks who are in the book, the honorees, or we call it as the figures of Opulus. And let's ask them what were their pinch me moments. What do you
Yes,
think?
I can't wait. Okay, bring them on. We're
Yes.
gonna see Nia Desai, Jenny Leigh Fleury's gonna be here. Kim Smith is going to be here. And I
Not
just
Hot Patty. We have Dee Dee. Let me give you Dee Dee.
that's good.
I'll give you the
I
names.
have a different list.
You have a different list, yes. So we have Doher, we have Dee Dee. Come on, Dee Dee. We have Gabriella, Karen Cohn,
Oh, good.
and then we have Anna. Let's see if we get her. Chloe is here.
Every time you turn the music on, I'm over here dancing in my basement.
All right.
We have Debbie. There you go. I think we have Anna from Microsoft. So I'm going to add her to the stage so she can join. And then Patty, I'm going to go, and then you can have a
All
great
right. I can't
conversation.
wait. Come on. Let's go. I don't see anybody coming on stage yet. I know they're on their way. Maybe like me, you had to refresh your screen to get back in. So if you're trying to get in and you can't, you could put a note in the chat or just refresh your screen.
Yes, I think we have all of them. So Carolina, if you can take the slides down, that would be fantastic.
Then we'll see everybody coming in.
Yeah.
There's us. Oh, there's Gabby. Okay, Dee Dee. That's fantastic. There we go. Everybody's here. Yes. Oh my God. Okay. You are some of the, I would love it if you would just take 1 second to introduce yourself to anybody that's in the audience that doesn't know who you are. But tell me, as you go through, tell us what your pinch me moment was. Dee Dee, let's start with you. What was your pinch me moment in the whole process?
In the whole process of this, it's always my pinch me moment is not because I can't believe how far I've come, but because of how far we've come. And that's always my biggest pinch me moment, when a community truly ignites, when 1+1 suddenly adds up to 1,000,000. And that's when the magic happens. And Chaitra is the fearless leader who is always, I'll see her say, we're going to do something. And I think, no effing way. And then like a few months later, we've done it. Like on stage the other night when she said, we're going to do a Netflix series. 2 years ago, I'd have been like, no, we're not. And now I'm like, okay, when, sign me up. That is that's the pinch me moment every time. It's just the 1+1+1 adding up to 1,000,000.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, how about you, Gabby?
I'm Gabriella Schuster. I am a member of many technology boards, former corporate vice president at Microsoft, and one of the initial sponsors of creating the Women in Cloud. And so there's been a number of pinch me moments. Just one of them is continuing to be part of this amazing organization. But I think the one that stands out in my mind is when Chaitra gathered all of the committee together to decide who we were going to honor in this book. And we had this stack of women who so many people had nominated, and we had to sort through all of it to figure out, like, how do they meet this criteria? And I was just overwhelmed with the qualifications and the amazing people that we had to select from. And so to me, that was a huge pinch me moment. And at that same event, Chaitra unveiled the cover for the book. And so my daughter, Hannah, designed it, but she wouldn't share it with me because she was like, Mom, I'm under NDA. I can't share it with anybody. And so I hadn't seen it. And so at that event, it was the first time I saw it. And I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really fantastic and good training on the NDA capability too. Elaine, how about you, Elaine Chang?
Hi, this is Elaine Chan. So I'm the technical advisor of the Chief Communications Officer at Microsoft. I'm just so blown away and so excited and honored to be here. So I'm just like so grateful for the amazing committee that put the story here. Many others, I have so many pinch me moments just through this journey. And then I think the most meaningful one was actually when I brought the book home, and then when I'm the mom of 2 daughters, when my daughter was actually flicking the page, actually reading the stories and including mine. And then that was like a full circle moment for me. And also it's more of this reminds me to pause and then sometimes look back how far we have been. And then it reminds me to even remember I was one of the students in the other side of the world. I wasn't able to even afford a college application fee. I actually came to North America around the world actually through scholarships. So it is this kind of meaningful moments that actually we planted the seeds along the way. Sometimes we may not even know what seeds we have planted. But I just want to remind everyone out there, just continue, plant the hopeful seeds, master the messiness. All your story, all our stories matter.
Oh, you are so, that just really was moving to me about your daughter seeing that. I love that. And there's so much honoring in that book that I think is long due. And so I'm so happy it's in one place so that everyone can see it. What about you, Debbie?
First of all, I don't want to follow Elaine. That was so beautifully said. So thank you so much for sharing. And I agree, there's so many pinch me moments. And I think for me, there's a couple I wanted to highlight. One is when we met as a committee, we had people from all different walks of life, all different levels, and there was no ego. It was so respectful and collaborative and just felt so energizing, just the electricity really of that positive energy. And then really looking at the stories coming together and in one place, gathered and collected like that, this is going to inspire so many people, whether they're new to careers or whether they're just feeling stuck. This is just going to get their juices going and inspire them to do more. So that's just my favorite part.
Yeah, to step into their dream. I think that's really, you are the forefront of that, showing that anything is possible. Yes. Karen, how about you?
Sure. Like everyone, there were quite a few pinch me moments, but I think that the biggest for me had to do with the endorsements, which Chaitra mentioned. We went out, when people endorse something, they're putting their reputation on the line. So it's not an easy thing to do. And we wanted and we needed people to endorse who were influencers. All right. So they took their point of view very seriously. But when we went out, and started to tell how these are the untold stories of people, of amazing women who behind the scenes broke glass ceilings, shattered things, opened doors for others, but they were untold stories, and we were bringing them to light. And I'm going to take the other extreme of, Elaine talked about the generation of her 2 daughters. I'm just going to tell you about my mother is one of the endorsers. Why did I ask her to be an endorser? She's 97 years old. She's still a great writer. She is a famous, in her time, she's from what was known as the greatest generation. And she was a photojournalist who had cover stories on National Geographic, Time, Life, New York Times, you name it. Phenomenal cover stories. Yet she never was known the way many of her counterparts and men were known. So when I went to my mother, her name's Audrey Topping, when I went to my mother and I said, I'd like you to endorse this book. It's the unknown stories of women who broke through barriers, made a big difference to accomplish things that have helped people and are helping future generations progress. Her reaction was, wow, this is long overdue. Absolutely. I wish I had this
Exactly.
opportunity.
Wow. That is
We can go from our kids to the greatest generation. It's having impact and making a difference. That was my pinch me
thank
moment.
you so much, Karen. I love that. Just really puts it all in perspective for how broad the impact and how long lasting and long overdue it really is. How about you, Anna?
Hey, so I'm Anna Kopp. I am my first job at Microsoft is IT director for Germany. But I think I'm more here because I'm the global executive co-chair for women at Microsoft. So what used to be called the ERGs, together with my co-chair Asia Hill, we lead all of women at Microsoft. And yeah, Chai, we've been posting about the events and driving that because we have 60,000 women at Microsoft, roughly across the world. And my answer is going to be a little bit unorthodox now because I wrote a big post, credibility on LinkedIn just 2 months ago about I don't believe in pinch me. Because pinch me is what you do when you go, I can't believe it's happening to me. But hey, yeah, you better believe it. And that was kind of my spiel at the time, and saying that, no, I earned this. I worked for this. Of course, I am here with all these fantastic women. Yep. But having said that, I think because I haven't had it in my hands yet, because I'm located in Germany, which is also one of the things, and the many in the book are US based, but we have the whole world. Don't forget that we are global. We have women from all the countries, from all the time zones, 24 hours a day. Someone is living in a time zone. And in this book, that I think is the biggest feat, to be honest, because this is global. And that's why it is also role models for young girls in Africa, in India, in Asia. We have everyone. Yes. But yeah, I might do a little bit of pinching when I hold it in my hand.
Have your book in your hand. I feel the same way. I'm not in the book, but I'm going to pinch myself anyway because
you're going to be like, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's it feel like? Is it like, whoo? You know?
Yeah, really, exactly.
It's amazing.
We'll have to do a little chat exchange.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Thank you.
How about you, Simi?
Hi, so I'm Simi Olabisi. I'm a director of cloud and AI at Microsoft, but similar to Anna, I'm the global executive chair for the Black at Microsoft, ERG as well, or now called Inclusion Network. But I think for me, there's definitely a couple pinch me moments. I think one of them would be through all the press and everything that Chai has told us about. I had a story in GeekWire, and seeing that and reading even the other women's stories along with that was just really inspiring. I think I came from Nigeria. I was born there. I grew up in Saudi Arabia. I didn't come to the US till later in life. And just that whole journey, seeing that just really even touched me and made me realize things about myself and how far I've come. I think a lot of us deal with uncertainty. A lot of us deal with imposter syndrome. And for the women who are here, those are really like just the costs of growth, the costs of achievement, right, in life. And so I think it's a beautiful thing to think about that journey, think about all those feelings you felt, and know that you deserve to be where you are, kind of what Anna said. Beautiful. And I think the second pinch me moment was having friends and colleagues read that story and say that it brought them to almost tears. And so that's just like such a beautiful thing. So thank you so much to Women in Cloud. And I'm just excited for the work that we're going to be doing moving forward.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you so much. How about you, Stacy? We have just two more I would love to hear from. Stacy.
Thank you so much. My name is Stacy Tatum. I'm a founding member of Impressa AI, as well as a growth accelerator for another startup. And I've had so many, as people have mentioned. I will say that I was there in the room, the first meeting that was going to be Women in Cloud, and I saw these women up there, and Chaitra being one. I can't remember everyone that was up there, but I remember thinking,
Uh-oh, you're frozen.
She's frozen.
She's frozen. Shoot, Stacy. Oh, come back. Say again now.
am I on again? Okay.
Oh,
So
you're
I
on.
was just gonna, so I had these inspiring women, and I said, whatever they're doing, I'm gonna follow them. And these were women that I was like, I had a lot of imposter syndrome. To have that moment where Chaitra called me, I really didn't believe this was really true, that I was in this, and I got very emotional. And then the other side of that was, okay, I'm going to accept this because this is the legacy I leave for my daughter.
Yeah.
That this is what we can do, and that every story has been mentioned before. Every story matters, and you leave from where you are. And if we have that mindset, think of what we can do together. And that's what this did for me. And that is what I feel the impact of this, because our stories are so different, but together, think of what we can do and accomplish.
Oh my gosh, I just got chills when you were talking about that. I just feel that this is a time and place where we are turning a key into a whole new area, and that everyone that follows is going to look to this for leadership and guidance. Now, Chloe, you joined, and I'm ready to hear your moment.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's wonderful to be here. So exciting. It has started as a shared vision by all these wonderful and trailblazing women. And now this dream is becoming a reality. How the OPULIS is live. It's truly incredible. I think my pinch moment is actually quite similar to some of the ones that have already been shared. But when the OPULIS honorees were revealed at the gala that evening, that was incredible moment for me, joining with all these amazing, talented, incredible women. That was a dream. And I was with my daughter, 14-year-old girl, was also joining me at the Oculus reveal. And she took videos of me. And then at the book launch event, she also came. So she asked me that, Mom, be the first one to sign my book. And that was unbelievable. But watching her beaming with pride and with all of those happiness, it actually is a great reminder for me about the meaning of the work we are doing. And why we do this work is because we want to create future generations whose dreams can speak louder than their fear, and their courage can echo for generations. And that's actually what I put in the book for my daughter is, may your dreams speak louder than fear, and your courage carry generation. And what she did is we love the Dear Future Me idea. My daughter and I invited some of these displaced children in Ukraine that we're helping with through our Peace Project, Kids Helping Kids. And we invited them to participate in the Dear Future Me letter. And that's also a pinch moment for me, because we didn't know would they want to participate, because they live there, and you can imagine the harsh situation, and they lost electricity these days, no power, no water, and constant siren. But there's so many young kids are sending through their notes, and Chaitra, they're still sending notes late last night to me and said they want to participate. So that is super, super special. But you can see all the hope and courage that is inspiring generations. And I'll be sending some books to Ukraine for them as well.
Oh, fantastic. This is so incredible what you're doing and including them in the Future You letter. Just amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, all of you sharing. Chai, I'm going to turn it back to you. Maybe you'll share any other pinch me moment you'd like to share.
I would say is we are here. We got it done without any escalations in the world. So in the world, in the current world, when DI is completely gone, having these stories rise to the top, showing that democratization of technology happens when everyone gets involved. Everyone needs to participate. And the story, each and every story that I have read multiple times, because when you submit it and you went through it, but when I got that book the first time and I opened it, I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. This happened. And I actually held it for a moment. I said, I'm going to just stay with it and get through the whole launch and then enjoy everything. So today I get to sleep maybe 10 hours. I'm very excited.
All right. That's fantastic.
That
Oh,
would be my pinch me moment is I need sleep.
yes. Thank you, everyone, for sharing these pinch me moments with all of us. And I've captured some of them here on the picture, but I'm walking away with such incredible stories from you. I feel like I got a little window into your world, and I appreciate that. I know all of us do.
Thank you, everyone. So let's go through the slides. Carolina, if you can add that. We also want to thank all the allies who made it, who really gave us access to doing bold things. So we will be acknowledging them on the social. So if you get a moment, reach out to them, reach out to the honorees and reach out to the allies, because they are the one who made a huge difference. So really thankful for each one of them who made a difference in our lives. And then we also want to thank the book launch team who made a phenomenal contributions for this particular book. So if we have one or two, I would love to have you come and share. So Eve and Nia, if you're here, if you can come and share what your journey was being part of the OPULIS book launch team, because you had to really do the work. And also maybe Priya, if you can come on the stage, that would be great. Because that was probably hard work to move the needle on it.
Okay. Love it if you'd come on, Nia.
Eve Enslow is here, so I'm going to get her on the stage.
Okay, good.
I think you all need to hear them because they were the behind the scene of how they made things happen. So
I knew they were on my list, so I announced them early.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get Priya. And
Priya, if you can come up, and Nia, come up. I hear a microphone.
Yes. So Priya, Nia, and Eve, you were all part of the book launch team. What was your journey like?
It was incredible. I have to say that Chelsea held the baton really strong, and she really made sure that everybody was counted for, everybody was involved, inclusive, and everybody got the equal opportunities to participate. And everybody had the moment of truth and also showing the reality of how the inside stories of book publishing works. So it was magical. While you were stressed, we could feel your stress, Chaitra, and the team. And we wanted to give our best. And it was really fun listening to and working with a lot of these incredible women like Priya and knowing them from far and understanding how the book launch works. And like how you mentioned earlier in this conversation, that if anybody wants to be part of their book launch, this was a perfect example of how it can be done. Something what you have done can take years and months, and but you made it happen with this team and the allies.
Thanks, Nia, for being there with us and doing every task we asked you to execute because we were monitoring at a micro task level. So, Priya, what about you? You were like number one. You did everything on time. Action we requested, Chelsea requested, you were on top of the game. Why did you do that? What was the reason behind that?
Thank you for the amazing opportunity because I feel like I honored to be a part of Globe OPULIS book launch team. So entire team is so amazing, especially Chaitra always. Chaitra and Chelsea both encourages us. Chelsea every weekly see our accountability, like how we are working on. Even in the last moment, Chaitra and Chelsea, they both help me with the script because I never done this before. It's the first time. So I was attending one event in Toronto. I was able to speak about that. They are you curious to know about this more, and I request them to. That script helped me so much.
Fantastic.
So one to one script, how to talk about, because it's not only we are celebrating the legacy of women, we are also creating opportunities. That's so incredible. I'm so proud to be part of it.
So, Priya,
Thank you
are you
so
ready
much,
to
Chaitra.
hear the gift that we are giving you today? So, you are the number
Oh,
one scholarship holder from Canada for all the contributions. So, you get
oh,
the
thank
first
you.
AI scholarship, and that's you from Canada. So, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Chaitra. Thank you so much. It's meant a lot to me.
We
Fantastic.
will announce the name, but you are the first recipient of the AI scholarship. So, congratulations. And Eve, how was it for you? You went through the whole thing too. All three of you were like on top of the game.
Oh, thanks. I learned a tremendous amount, and I work from like remote home. I took like this big move a couple of years ago. I moved to rural Maine, and one of the things I'm noticing this year is that you can be like really isolating. I think the main thing that I really took away was just a sense of community and an opportunity to be part of something bigger again, and that was super inspiring. I think the different moving through the different book promotions really it just caused a lot of reflection, actually thinking about the amazing work that the women who are featured in the book have done. That look back, it was just an opportunity to reflect and to really get re-inspired about what I would like to do and the impact I would like to have in the world, and also just how I would like to continue being a part of Women in Cloud.
Thank you to all three of you for moving the needle. You will be receiving the book in next couple of weeks and you get to touch it. And Nia, you got to touch it. You were part of it. What was your first reaction when you saw the book? As a person who's receiving, as a recipient, or like someone who's reading it, you're like a reader of the book.
Yeah, and I was lucky enough to also hold the book a couple weeks back at an event with Chaitra. So I would say it was really an eye opener. And she mentioned about it as a playbook. And this morning, when I was having my chai, this was literally like not flipping through the pages, reading through every single woman what she has mentioned about her life. And I was telling Chaitra this morning as well that this book is something that is worth gifting anybody in this world. And you will only realize that when you have that in your hands. Because this is a playbook not just for the next 5 years, this is the playbook for the next 50 years. And everybody needs to have this because it's inspirational, it's motivational, and it has the power to change the needle and move the needle to a different direction and inspire a lot of young girls on what they want to become, and look at these women and get motivated and be one of them.
Again, thank you to all three of you. Priya, you can enjoy the scholarship because you'll start next year, and you will be in the community more often and engage more. So thank you to all three of you.
You're
Thank you so much.
incredible. Wow. Thank you so much for everything that you did. All the fine details that make this happen. Wow.
Absolutely.
Good
So let's
coaching.
have,
You,
who's
Chai.
ready for?
Good job on coaching.
Exactly. Thank you, Chai.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's head to the Opulus time capsule. Many of you have participated. How many of you have done the time capsule?
Put a thumbs up there in the chat.
Okay, say yes in the chat.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to the next slide. I want to know is how many of you do not have GPT? So if you do not have access to the GPT, I want you to put it in the chat, no GPT. How many of you do not have GPT? And Chelsea, come on, because I want everybody to see it, how to do it. And then you get to go do it today and submit your letter so it gets into the time capsule. And it is like a next level of work after we did the vision boarding with Patty a few years ago. Every year we do it, but this one is a little bit of extension from a time capsule perspective. So Chelsea, go ahead and tell how people need to do their time capsule or a future me letter. No GPT. Okay. So Meenakshi doesn't have GPT. Look at that. That's exactly the reason why we have to do the work is democratize access to the AI. That's fine, Eve. You can use Copilot. So GPT and Copilot for me are all AI tools.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Chai, for having me here. So I want to run really quickly through how to do this. So first, you're going to want to take that prompt and make sure that you have it. I am going to drop it in the chat in just a moment so you guys have that ready for you so that it's easier. Here's the prompt. Okay, there it is. So you guys can copy that. And I'm going to share my ChatGPT. Of course, it can be anything. You guys can do Copilot or whatever you guys like. So the idea is that I'm going to go through quickly, okay? The idea is that we want to create a heartfelt letter. We're going to want to edit that prompt so that I've sent you guys a little bit. So you're going to want the opening reflection. Let's see. Yeah. So I think you guys can see me, right? Yeah. Okay, good. So we're going to want to do this opening reflection. So to start with where you are today, what have you done so far? What is exactly happening for you now? And then, so I wrote in here about the Opulus book launch and that it launched, yes, officially launched on the 28th, and now it's the 30th, and we're launching globally. So that's what I wrote about, because that's like the most recent thing that's been so amazing and why we're all here. Then we want to give ourselves a message to our future self. I wrote that I'm just more courageous, that I'm stronger, just something you want to remind yourself about. This can be anything. Please make it you. Then we want to also to remind ourselves about what we are, but we also want to remind ourselves to be graceful, to that how amazing we are, that we can make magic happen, that if we become one, everything gets better. And always remind to give yourself grace or whatever it is that you feel you need most. I need grace when things don't go perfectly because, yeah, that's just me. So then we want to talk about our dreams, what we want to achieve, where we're going. My thing is that I'm all really excited about the fitness journey that I'm currently on. I'm really excited about all of the skilling that's happening, and that I really need, I really want to be able to have that 8-figure bank account. Chai talks about having money and all the different types of energies. So we want to include that here as well, because we have to make sure that we put that mind out there so that we can make everything happen. Then we're going to talk about legacy and impact, because that's what we're all about. So we're asking that you please write something about legacy and impact. So my thing is that I really want to make this happen so that we can get with Chai, of course, to get this 10,000 learners certified so that they all have access to $70,000 or more a year and they can be economically stable. And then some closing words, end with a note of gratitude, encouragement, wisdom for the person that I will become. And then you just want to make sure you write the tone. I wrote warm, helpful, hopeful, fun, motivational, and personal. And then I asked it to give it a little title and to suggest one word that captures the essence. So that's about how it goes. I'm going to click enter. I'm not reading the chat, but okay. Let's see. Let's see what it gives me today. Oh, today it went back to resilience. It says that my one word is resilience.
Chelsea, do you want me to read it for you?
I do. I want you to read it.
Okay, when you're writing your future me letter, you can be as bold as possible. You can do your future identity creation, and the GPT helps you do really well. So this is what Chelsea's letter looks like, and you can tweak it from there. And people who do not have the GPT, go to bing.com, they have their GPT, go to Google, they have their GPT. So use something which will allow you to do it, because it allows you to create your story.
Yes.
So for Chelsea, it says, as I sit here on October 30th, I am full of pride and awe. Yesterday, we did something many thought was impossible. We launched the OPULIS book. It happened in the world where recognizing women's contribution is still a fight, with no budget and very little time. Yet, through determination, creativity, and faith, we secured the publisher, rallied all the honorees, and reached our first milestone, creating the first free 100 AI scholarship through 1,000 pre orders in less than 30 days. That win was more than a project milestone, it was a proof that courage and persistence can blend reality. I want you to remember this. You are more courageous than you think, stronger than kinder than you often give yourself credit for. You are a go getter, someone who brings vision into form, and you inspire those around you by showing what's possible. In 2035, when you read this, don't forget that you're an amazing human being who really can make magic happen for all people who need pathways to thrive. And when things don't go perfectly, because they never do, give yourself grace. Your imperfections are part of your power. So looking forward, I dream boldly for you. By now, I hope you are become successful fitness influencer, someone who not only transformed your own body, but also helped other break free from myths, fear, and limitation. I hope you have mastered the skills of entrepreneurship and built an influencer business that creates impact and joy. For your family, I hope you have been present, that you have always felt how amazing you are, and you have encouraged them to dream without limits. I see you with an 8-figure bank account. And yes, most importantly, I see you actively investing in communities, lifting people into new opportunity. And your legacy, I want to be clear, you helped at least 10,000 people become certified and empowered them to step into jobs paying 70,000 or more. That's not just income, it's stability, dignity, and hope. That's a generational impact. So as I close this letter, I feel gratitude for the wins, for the struggles that shaped me, and for the fires that never burnt out. Future me, wherever you are in 2035, I hope you're smiling, knowing you turned your dreams into milestones and milestones into movements. Keep building, keep loving, keep believing with love and faith. What do y'all think about the letter?
That's fantastic.
What do you think?
Gosh, that's so incredible. I love that. I love this.
Take a moment to do that for yourself. Give that love to you, because there's so much anxiety going on. This one will give you calmness and also gives you the confidence to move forward. When someone can help you write a letter like that, write it, put it into the time capsule. 10 years from now, when we come and meet with you and we all are sitting and reading our letters, trust me, we will be giggling, smiling, cheering, and we'll say, wow, we did it. We went through a major economic crisis and changes and shifts that are happening, and still we did fantastic. Can you all take a moment to do that today? 10 minutes for yourself.
Yes.
Say yes in the chat. Patty, you should do it too.
I definitely will. And one tip I gave is just in the chat is it's important to do in that future self, whatever it is, write it in an I am. Because remember, past, present, and future is an illusion. So all these things exist. We exist in that form somewhere already, and we're just activating it by putting that letter out there and stepping into it year by year.
Absolutely. We're coming to the close, so just stay in there. So put it in the chat. Who do you want to become by 2035? Say it in the chat. And here is the things that the community have. We have already received over 120 letters from different parts of the world. Look at the word that we have. What a beautiful word cloud.
Oh, that's so cool.
This is what I'm going to print, Patty, and I'm going to say, this is what I need to see every single day, that this particular work that we are doing is going to give us hope. It's going to give us gratitude, progress, encouragement. So I want all of you to be part of this one. So make an effort. It takes time, but it's going to be worth it. Okay?
Yes. Fantastic.
Okay. So submit your letter today. Today's the last day, but if you want to do it, we'll keep it open, because the thing is that we want to lock it today and put it safely somewhere that we can open it up in 10 years from now. Okay, coming to the scholarship. Who's ready to hear who are the first 10 people who are getting the scholarship? You already heard Priya got one, but Chelsea, go ahead and talk about this program that is out there right now.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is such an exciting day. Yesterday, I was like, we were going through all the names, and just such an exciting moment. I think that this scholarship, I'm so happy that one, it's global, that we get to offer it to everybody, and that it's going to bring so many people together to learn about how to really use AI as it becomes such an important part of our world. And so I'm just so excited that we get to have this launch we're closing it now, and then it's going to launch out in next year, January, so that we can be ready and everybody can get certified.
Awesome. Next slide, Carolina.
So when we were looking through all the applications, we have over 780 applications from 20 different countries. And we've chosen today 10 of the AI scholarship winners, the first 10. So we're so excited that we have people from Canada, Australia, South Africa, India, the United States, Brazil, Nigeria, Kenya, and Egypt. This is so amazing. These were like the top countries, and so we got to choose one from each one.
Absolutely. So Chelsea, who is the first one? Is from Canada. Priya, you are the first one. So congratulations for multiple reasons. One, your application stood out. Second, how much you have contributed to the community. And we believe this is the way we, as a Women in Cloud and the OPULIS honorees, can contribute back for you. So congratulations for making the difference. So Chelsea, who's from Australia?
From Australia, we have Miriam Estilor. So amazing. She has an outstanding professional experience, and she really needs this certification, to go to the next level. And we're so excited to help her do that.
And from South Africa, who is the next one?
Biopello.
And the reason why we gave her that, she's the upcoming founder, and getting access to the AI technology and readiness is extremely hard in that region. So we believe that giving her access, she can create some amazing innovations that she's working on. So she gets to have this certification that allows us to move the needle. Also, when we get access to other funding, we can invest in the founder itself. So that was the reason. Now, coming to United States, we have Afrida Islam. And the reason why you got it, first of all, you're very active in the Women in Cloud. We love you. But she's also the first generational woman in tech for her entire family. So when we make a difference in her life, she will be the first generation person who gets into the tech industry. So when that change happens, when she gets to build her career and start leading in the tech, she will drive a generational change for her entire family. Frida, congratulations for you for achieving this opportunity for you. Next one from Brazil.
The next person from Brazil is Maria Lucia Sousa, she's currently mentoring with girls to Firewall Academy, supporting women in technology. And she has some financial barriers to be able to make that happen. And we really want to support her in her community, as we have so much support in ours. So we want to extend that beyond.
Awesome. And then from Nigeria,
we have Oniyechi Norman Roberts,
And we
who
believe, yeah, and we believe it's a very high talent, and the application was phenomenal. And we believe that giving her access, she will start to create the innovations that we need in the AI industry. Coming to Kenya, we have Christine Muhia, again for upskilling, very ready, so that if she gets that, she gets into a very strategic opportunities based on her skills, and also we can remove all the financial barriers for her. Coming to United States is Portia Jefferson, again a very high potential candidate. She will finish the certification with a blink because the speed she moves is incredible, and it also helps her with her upskilling. And then for India, we have Kalyani Buri, and she's a very strong talent, very high potential. And she also is in the AI ops and DevSecOps opportunity. So that kind of makes her very a strong candidate for this particular scholarship. So congratulations to Kalyani. And then for Egypt, Chelsea, who is the person?
we have Sarah Abelghani, who was the first woman to apply from Egypt. Her application was absolutely amazing, and she has such potential that we had to support her, and we hope that she does so amazingly.
Perfect. So congratulations to all the 10 folks who got the AI scholarship. Patty, what do you think?
Oh my gosh, I just am, for one thing, I just love that you have chosen people from all around the world, because that represents our global economy. It represents the WIC community, and it's just amazing. And congratulations to people. This is so awesome to launch this way, Chai. Wow, so cool. What are you excited about in the future?
Who I am?
Yep.
I would say is we will go through the process of getting people into the AI scholarships and kick off that program. So there are multiple things that are happening around the AI piece. So stay tuned, be engaged. If you're not engaged, you probably will miss out these amazing opportunity, because these scholarships are $6,500 value. And when you get that, the chances of you getting into a strategic roles are huge. But
Yes.
here's how I would go ahead, Patty.
How to help us out here.
Exactly.
Right.
And the way you can do is helping us out is really leave the Amazon review for the book by November 10th. Go ahead, because we have opened up like your Kindle version for the next 10 days. So you can go get it. And then if you do an Amazon review, we will send you a special gift, and we will
It's
surprise
really
you.
essential to do. It makes a huge difference in your viewing and Amazon, your ranking. So
Exactly. So if you can all help us with that, we will be more than happy to do something special. So whoever is contributing to the success of Opulus, we want to contribute to your success of your careers. And then gift Opulus during the holiday season. If you already have it, then take a moment, because it's a one of the book which actually drives scholarship. You never know, someone in your family, it can be you, who will get that scholarship. So it will come to you at the end of the day. Third is host a book signing and reading event in your community. You can read it. Host it with 3 or 4, 5, 10, 30, 100, 200 people, because those stories are very powerful and moves, inspires many of them. And then apply for the AI certification scholarship by November 30. And we are getting lots of scholarship applications. So don't miss out. You need to be part of the pool. And we will have the first 100 locked by the end of the year. So we will be sharing the approved applications, and we will be announcing on the social. So get ready for that. So again, congratulations to all of you. We are excited we did it. And
yes,
that's it, Patty. We did it.
Fantastic. It's amazing. Thank you for staying so long with us today, so that you could see who really got these initial scholarships. You got to meet with everybody and see their pinch me moments and hear their stories, which are so incredible. So do your part, go out and write that review if you can. I love that. Thank you, Chai. You are amazing. And everyone in Women in Cloud on the board, and all of our allies who have been helping. So cool.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you for moderating this beautiful event. And putting a bow on this historic activation for the world. So very excited. So thank you, Patty.
You're so welcome, Chai. And thank you to everybody for coming with us today. We can't wait to see you again at a WIC event. Follow us, post about the event, talk about what you're learning, not just in our inner chat, but also on LinkedIn. Go and follow the people you saw today. You're connecting with them makes a real difference, and your gratitude goes a long way.
Yep. One question on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being amazing, 1 being I don't know why I'm here. How would you rate this launch event? There you go. Priya, Nia, I love it. Look at that. Thank you, Patty. This is you making it amazing.
Woo! All right, Chaitra, go on and have a great weekend.
Thank
and
you.
We'll see
Bye.
everybody soon.